The Secret is a huge success. James Arthur Ray, author of The Science of Success, supports the principles of The Secret. John Norcross, professor of psychology at the University of Scranton, doesn't buy it. Both join us this morning. Good morning, folks.
Good morning, Harry.
Good morning.
James Arthur Ray, let me start with you. The principles, if I get this straight, the secret of The Secret is ask, believe, receive. Is it as simple as that?
Well, that's one of the author's interpretations. I believe that you have to think, feel, and act in accordance with what you're going after. And if you look at anybody who's not creating what they desire and deserve, one of those components is missing. They might be thinking about it, feeling really good, but if they're not taking action, it's not going to happen.
All right, let me ask John Norcross a question here real quick. This just sounds to me like the little engine that could. I think I can, I think I can. Is there any harm in that?
Sure, there is. Let me count the ways. First, if you're reading The Secret, you're being led away from other demonstrably effective treatments and self-help resources. Second, when it doesn't work, people then begin to blame themselves and become demoralized. So when your cancer doesn't remit, schizophrenia doesn't disappear, and you continue to be blind, you say, well, it must be something in me. This is just outlandish claims.
James Arthur Ray, what do you think about what Mr. Norcross just said?
Well, you know, it's interesting. There's always naysayers, but here's the thing. Science is defined as something that is duplicable, repeatable, and predictable. And so if you go, I can give you countless case studies of people who have used these principles. You go to my website and you'll see them, case study after case study after case study. People who have doubled and tripled their income, turned their health around, found their dream mate. So it's a science. It absolutely is there, and it is measurable, and it is repeatable.
You know, Mr. Ray, though, it's interesting. Isn't this really just sort of repackaged power of positive thinking? I mean, this stuff has been around for decades, and just with a little bit of a new age spin on it.
Well, it's not a new idea. Truth is timeless. I mean, this idea goes all the way back to ancient Babylonia, which predates Egypt. It isn't just positive thinking, though. Positive thinking doesn't work, and I'm one of the most positive guys you'll ever meet.
Right.
And yet positive thinking doesn't work. It's like just thinking about something is not going to make it happen. As I said to you earlier, you must have your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions all firing congruently. And when those are happening together, you're going to create whatever you desire and deserve.
Interesting.
But Harry, that's not what The Secret promises. The Secret promises something quite different than Mr. Ray just suggested. The Secret promises that if you think it, believe it, it will occur. And that's where it crosses the threshold. Psychological research has demonstrated for years positive thinking and optimistic outlook does improve behavioral functioning. We know that.
Right.
But where The Secret gets dangerous is when they guarantee every wish will come true, including healing blindness and cancer. And that's why I find it appalling.
Mr. Ray, hang on a second. Mr. Ray, the people who come to you or are out buying The Secret, do you think they're just normal folks who want a little uplift, or are they folks, as Mr. Norcross suggests, who may have really significant problems that aren't going to be helped by a $39.95 CD?
Well, it's all of the above. I mean, there's everything in between. Let me tell you about a particular person, Colleen Matlock, who I worked with starting a year ago, and with these principles. She was on 12 different medications, diagnosed bipolar, had attempted to commit suicide twice. Fast forward 1 year later, she's off all medication. She just got a promotion in her job. She's highly functioning in society.
Right.
You see, there are countless cases of cancer and all kinds of things that have gone into full remission.
Right.
Now, I would never. I'm not a medical professional.
Okay, hang on, Mr. Norcross. There are instances like that where these things happen, where folks sort of get their lives together from looking at a DVD or reading a book like this.
Well, of course, but we don't know that's causally the case. You know, Mr. Ray and other proponents of The Secret keep talking about cases. Cases are not science. We need randomized clinical trials, the same thing we do in medication studies, to show this is due to it. There's always spontaneous remission. There is always the placebo effect. We need to show The Secret does more than that. And there is no reliable scientific evidence that there is a law of attraction or that The Secret works.